Devorah Stieglitz here. Thank you so much for watching. So I went away for Shavuos, and there I had a few people who were telling me how they're kind of bummed out going back to like real life and, like job and work and all that stuff. And they're so, so enjoying vacation and needing to be on vacation, and like they can't go back to real life. And I also felt it on some level, but then on the drive back, I was thinking a lot about that concept of how people need to be, elsewhere in order to feel better about themselves. And most of the time people are in life, most of the time we're not on vacation, most of the time we're in our life. And people need to be away from life, and that's where they feel good, and that's where they feel. So what does that mean? It means that our day-to-day life is not as rewarding as we wish it were, and is not as amazing and fabulous as we wish it were. And so the idea is to try to kind of make it fabulous and try to kind of make it amazing. And because you know what, that is our life. That is life. That is what we're going to look back when we are old people, God willing, and look back and say, that was my life, right? Yeah, vacation times were awesome, but the majority of our life is the structure that we have, the mundane, the everyday, the work, the kids, the home, the bills, right? That's the majority of our what's taking up our time on this world. So I want to offer something that's, I think, very vital and very crucial, and maybe a new perspective on how to really live life in a more connected way, in a more their way, like just to be present, more present way. And this is something that I'm really connecting to in these days. Like the past few weeks, I'm really connecting to this concept, and it's really helping me. So I want to share it with you. So the concept is like this. So when I am in the moment not happy about certain things. For example, I need XYZ, right? I need a new apartment, a new house, I need more money, I need a shidduch, I need a better job, I need better health, I need whatever it may be. What I end up doing is totally focusing my mind. My mind ends up getting totally transfixed on this idea of what I'm lacking and what I don't have. And what happens to us is when we're focused so much on what we don't have, even while we're job hunting or while we're shidduch hunting or whatever, we wake up in the morning, what do we think for the first thought that comes into our head? Hopefully it's mundane, and the second one is what I really wish I had already, right? I've been looking for XYZ for so long, it's still not happening to me. What ends up happening when I think that way? I get very sucked into the frustration or the sadness or the loneliness or the brokenness that surrounds what it is that I'm looking for. So my energy, my whole energy, all of my vibration, all of the experience that I have in my life is kind of like lowered because I'm thinking about what I don't have and what I wish I did have already. Come on, like, you look around you and this one looks like they're all set up, and this one looks like, they have the husband, they have the wife, they have the kids, they have the home, they have the job, they have the dream life, and you're like still stuck in whatever area you're stuck in. So the point that I want to make here is that and this is going to sound a little bit out there, but it really works, and I do it, and it really, really works. What we have to do when we so badly need something, like when we so badly are thirsty for something, it's really important to kind of ignore it, and I'll explain what I mean. Imagine that you wake up in the morning and the first thing that you're thinking about is what you don't have and what you're lacking and what is going wrong in your life. So what's going to happen to you for the rest of the day is that you are going to be in that kind of mindset. You are going to be in that kind of emotional state, right? And now we know hopefully from my previous videos, from the people that took the Immunitel conference, for people that are more involved in thought and thinking, we know that your thoughts create your reality, meaning whatever you choose to think about is what you're going to experience on a good level or on a bad level. So you mean if you focus on the lacks in your life and what you don't have and what you don't see going on in your life, you're going to create more of that in your life. And when you focus on the good things that are happening to you in your life and what you do have, and appreciation of what you do have in your life, you're going to increase that. Okay, so when we are in a state of focusing on what we're lacking, okay, and what we don't have, then aside from increasing the lack and from staying stuck in the mud, we are also creating a whole feeling within ourselves, within our whole emotional state, within our bodies and our minds, that's a very low emotion. It's a very down emotion, right? We can try to cheer ourselves up and go out and have fun or whatever it may be, but we're still always constantly preoccupied with the thing is that I don't have, with what I am lacking. And that's a big mistake. Why is that a big mistake? Because if I want to be able to get to where I want to get to in life, I have to be able to appreciate my life for where I am right now. You know why? Because 5 years ago, you were praying for whether it is that you were praying for a husband or a wife, and now you are married. 5 years ago, you were praying for children, and now you have some. 5 years ago, you were praying for more parnasa, and you got a new job, and it's bringing you the money. In every single stage of our life, we are going to experience things that are not working for us. Right? In every single stage in our life, we're going to experience that. So that means that right now, your problem will get solved. You're going to get a better job. You'll find that apartment. You'll find that partner. You'll find whatever it is that you want to find. But then when you're there, you're going to experience a new set of difficulties, a new set of wants, a new set of problems. So if we spend our life focused on what we're not experiencing and what we really, really want and what we don't really have right now, we are going to really be in a really tough state, emotional state, physical state, being. Just our being is going to be so wrapped up in the lack that we're going to feel constantly down. And most of the time we're just going to feel, stuck or unhappy, right? And it's really a big shame because you have to be able to look at the Nekudat Efes. It says that you have to look back at the Nekudat Efes, at ground zero. You came into this world with nothing, right? And now look at all the things that you have. But appreciation is what brings you to a place of really increasing the flow in your life, the shefa in your life that Hashem wants to give you when you're able to see what you already have, when you're able to see what He already gives you, right? In the moment. The fact that you're not in a hospital bed, the fact that you're not attached to tubes, the fact that you are, yes, out there, the fact that you, yes, have a car to sit in, a home to be in, a bed to sleep in, a food to eat, right? All these things can't be taken for advantage, because if we do take them for advantage, then we're always going to be in this place of lack. And the more we feel we're in a place of lack, the more lack we're going to experience in our life, because our thoughts really do take us to what we're thinking really takes us to that place, and we really are prolonging the suffering, and it's really a sad place to be. So know that even when you're going to get whatever it is that you want to get right now, when you get that in a half a year, in a year, in 2 months, tomorrow, whenever you do get that thing that you so badly want right now, know that when you do have that thing, there are going to be a new set of things that you're going to want, a new set of lacks. And the idea is to focus your mind on what you have already, and not focus your mind on what you're lacking. Okay, and that's the idea for two reasons. Number one, you're going to get more of what you're focused on, and number two is that your whole state will be a different state. You're going to be in a whole different emotional state. So when I say ignore, I mean, like, if you're already stuck in this like shidduch system, not finding the right person, not finding that right job, not finding that right apartment, not finding whatever it is that you're looking for, sometimes you just have to leave that state of mind for a while. You just have to stop focusing on it, stop obsessing about it, stop thinking about it, stop, because it's bringing you down. The thought of an apartment, the thought of a job, the thought of when you're working so hard to find one and it's not happening, it gets you very, very, very stressed out, and you're kind of like running after it like a dog runs after a bone, starving to be able to have this thing, and it puts you in a very negative emotional state. So you have to remember, being in that emotional state is it's kind of like a domino effect. When I move into a negative emotional state, I will experience negative emotional feelings. So sometimes we just have to kind of like back out of that, just take a step back, take a few days. Don't think about it. Don't do anything about it. Go about your life. Go about your business. Do things that make you feel good. Do things that create a better energy in your body, in your neshama, in your feeling, in your mind, right? Maybe, yes, go on a 3-day vacation, come back, kind of like disconnect from it, and come back with a new feel, a new touch. And what the last thing that I want to leave you with is, if you can somehow muster up positive emotional feelings around the thing that you need. For example, awesome, I'm looking for a new job, and it's going to happen. I'm going to find one, and it's going to be good. And even if I'm looking for a while, I know specifically what I want. I know specifically what I need, and it's going to happen. I'm not worried about it. And you know what? I'm in a place in my life where I don't have to worry about my health, or I don't have to worry about a job. I don't have to worry about a car. I don't have to worry about, finding a husband or a wife. I don't have to worry about other things, right? So I have this to worry about. Everyone has something to worry about. Everyone has, and I don't want to use the word worry, because once you tie worry to something, it's negative. So everyone has something on their plate. Everyone has something was specifically given to them, to be able to this is something that you have to accomplish in your life right now, and go about it in a positive way. Go about it in an optimistic way. And when you do that, you'll experience a whole shift of emotions and just a whole shift of reality. Your life will be in a much better place. You will feel much better about your process, because we don't want to just get to the next point. We want to experience the process of our life and live through the process and love the process and love the day-to-day and love the mundane and love the job and love the problems and love the situations that we have to deal with and that are coming up for us in order to better ourselves, better us. So with that, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. If you have any questions, you can write them on the box underneath. Take care. Bye-bye.